And I am here back again with Real Big Fish at Vans Warped Tour. This is the last time I get to say that sentence, and that feels a little weird. Are you excited? Like, are you ready for the next iteration or what's to come next in the music scene, or are you all already nostalgic?
Oh, that's already nostalgic. What's going to happen with this vacuous hole that the Warped Tour is leaving? We're going to miss it so. It's a double-edged sword because being out on a traveling festival like this, it's a lot going on, and for me that's hard. Well, like being around the bands all the time. It's not like being around any one band. It's like there is always 5 bands playing at the same time, and so the noise drives me crazy. And it's just me. I'm the only one that has a problem with this, and I'll get through it.
What about you, handsome?
See,
I was just
handsome and cuddly.
I was wondering if the noise drove you more crazy than me.
Oh, then Bill? No, I love Bill.
Oh, all right. What was the question?
Are you nostalgic, or are you ready to see like what the scene will be like next year? Like how things will change?
I feel like every year or so we end up playing some creation of Kevin's anyways. So
right.
I have a feeling it's just going to feel exactly the same.
We did the It's Not Dead Fest,
yeah,
and I almost died.
That's false advertising.
Right, I almost died. I had to have medical personnel check me out because I was suffering heat exhaustion.
Well, and that happened a few days ago in Tennessee, but today it's like almost cold and cloudy. And
right, it's beautiful. I don't know what it was about that gig, but as soon as you got into the crowd, it was so hot and humid in there. The craziest that I've ever experienced. And I went, I have to get out of here. And I ran away.
Too much humanity.
Right, I could not take that much humanity.
And in the middle of a racetrack.
Right.
So the walls are super pitched. It's kind of like a funnel. There's no way the wind's not going to blow in at all.
Right.
Just in the center of this racetrack.
So this is advertised as the final cross-country Warped Tour, which leads me to believe, because I have half a brain, that there means that next year or soon there will be something Warped-esque. Maybe a West Coast, East Coast, Southern.
Right.
East Coast, West Coast rivalry. I don't know.
And more cruises. Because everybody likes the cruise.
Do you all like playing the cruise?
Yes, I like playing the cruise. The cruise is great. We play 3 times, then we gallivant about the boat. We do dirty bingo. That's my favorite thing that we do the entire time is we do dirty bingo, and we all get to hang out with each other and tell dirty jokes. It's awesome.
All you can eat shrimp and a lot of captivity, but you're down for that?
Ice cream, man. They got those
24 hours a
soft
day.
serve everywhere.
All right, as long as you got soft serve, you're good to go. Do you guys, are there...
Balcony, need a balcony.
Okay. See, I don't roll as deep as you guys do. Are there excursions? Like when I've gone on cruises, there are excursions to them. Are there like pop punk rock excursions too?
In Cozumel, I got on an ATV and drove to a cave and then jumped inside the cave into the water. And
you live to tell about it, so that's good.
I live to tell about it. There was one girl that freaked out because it was like 4 or 5 stories up, and she grabbed onto a tree. Like she jumped off and then turned in midair and grabbed on this tree, and you just saw leaves come through her fingertips as she screamed and fell into the water. And another girl that jumped down and somehow like she had her hands around her nose and she hit herself in the nose. And oh, it's awesome. I don't know. It's Mexico. There's no rules.
That's true. Okay, so
you could never do in the United States.
And that's pretty punk. I appreciate that. All right. I'll give you that one.
Right.
That counts. All right. So more cruises.
More cruises.
I didn't get off the boat for that cruise, if you're wondering. I stayed on the boat the whole time.
Underneath the ice cream.
I slept till like 2, and then 1.
And then got ice cream.
Got up, and everybody was gone. The boat was just mine. And then I never even left.
Nice. Let's make a port side turn, if you will.
Ooh. Nautical.
Let's talk about your music. Candy Coated Fury was 2012. Any plans to follow up that release?
There may or may not be a new Real Big Fish record that we may or may not have recorded in this past winter. That is almost done and should be may or may not be out in the fall. It's done? No. Oh. It's almost done.
Spread rumors.
But we can't talk about it because it's super top secret. And if you tell anybody, people will go out and buy it. So we're trying not to tell anybody.
So if it does or doesn't exist, how might or might it not have evolved in sound since everything sucks?
Ooh, we play a lot better.
I kind of hope so.
Right. After doing this for almost 30 years, we're so much a better band and so much better songwriters. It's a pleasure to get to play with all these guys, and I can't wait to hear it in its completion.
If it existed.
If it existed, but it's super tough.
But if it existed, what would be some things that you might pull to like inspire your music when you write it?
Ninjas. Possibly.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, ninjas and ice cream. Ice cream wielding ninjas.
I'm down for that. Yeah, I got nothing else on that one. So with possibly maybe theoretically music coming out eventually sometime in the distant future, what role do you see Spotify having in Real Big Fish?
Oh, it's
Because it didn't exist a while ago.
It's a game changer. Like us printing up CDs is just pointless. I teach them trumpet lessons to kids, and I hand them CDs of things, and they kind of go look at it and just go, "What do I do with? What do I do with this? This makes my life hard." Well, I have this. You should listen to this, but I don't. I have no way to get it off the thing and onto my phone, which is where I listen to my music at. It's a different world now, and we got to move on with the times.
So would you prefer in the future, sometime in the distance, with possibly new music that may or may not exist, would you rather have Spotify charting success or radio airplay?
Radio airplay, because when you're on the radio, it makes you magic. That's the real...
By magic, he means money.
Right. I think that's still the game changer, is being on, like, terrestrial, regular radio. I don't even know if people listen to that anymore, but... that's what you need to blow up, is that be on the radio.
So after Warped Tour, what's next?
That's it. That's our
Ice
last
cream.
tour.
You're just going to go home and crawl up in a ball or around a bowl of ice cream?
No, he's going to go to a 7-Eleven and find one of those
No
soft
way.
serve machines and stick his
There's
head
no
in
soft
it.
serve.
No, yesterday was free Slurpee.
Yeah, I don't mess with those.
Oh.
I'm a strictly ice cream guy. I don't do icy,
Fruity
things.
Yeah.
Like milkshake, like strawberry milkshake,
Right.
or a fruit smoothie.
No.
Or a fruity seltzer.
Or a delicious White Claw.
A delicious White Claw.
Refreshing.
It's true.
It's very pop punk.
Right. This is how we roll.
That's how we roll.
100 calories.
That's true.
You're just living life 100 calories at a time. That's
Right,
really what it
right,
is.
right.
There you go.
As you can tell.
Yeah, welcome to our life.
There may or may not be music in the near, distant, or far future from Real Big Fish. This is Jackie. Thanks to Chorus FM and In the Key of Change.